All right, how cool is that? Huh? Huh? Who likes looking at poop? Be cool, be cool. Got the bucket hidden. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. I have no idea because I didn't shake the bucket. Hey, you're blowing my cover, man. Get out of here. Yeah, you gotta go around. You gotta go around. See how I put those in the way? That was for you. Lo siento. I love you, but y'all are crazy. Gotta go around. Morning, everybody. Chad, Adler Farms. Oh, sweet new gloves. Link down below. They're camo. And anything that's at camo works better than anything not in camo. Woo! Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. All right, y'all gotta get out of the way. You gotta get out of the way. Excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, thank you. Look out there, lady. Lucy, looking so proper. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Woo. Come on, mama. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Come here, buddy. There you go. Hip, hip. Woo. Trying some piles like you guys suggested. There you go, buddy. There you go. Hey, you two stay down here. You probably get to eat a little more because the Highlands will stay down there. Girls. There you go. Beautiful. I finally bought some heated gloves that Grandpa told me about, and I like them. Hang on, gonna let that tractor warm up. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how to say that brand, but there you go. They're pretty slick. Of course, I had to have camo. That's the wrong hand there, Dossie. Man, these are nice. I've only got it on the second setting. Grandpa uses the third hottest because I'm tougher. I said what I said. Yep, I like them. So what I like though is what Grandpa recommended. You can put your hands in them then you can go do stuff. And I'm supposed to be able to touch the camera with this finger or this one. But like my dad said, if it gets dirty at all, it's shot. Can't do it. I wanted to show you guys something real quick. Check this out. It's super cool. I tell you what, guys, man, you guys are full of great information in the comments, and I do read it. I may not always have the time to respond, but you guys were like, hey man, instead of dumping those in a line, dump a few piles, and then they won't run each other off as fast. Like right now, they sense that they're all in a line and they're kind of eating their way down that row, which isn't bad if you've got a bunch of cows and a bunch of cubes. But with only 4 head, the donkeys, I can't keep them out unless I want to fence them off. And these cubes are okay for donkeys to eat. This is just a supplement. It's not their main diet. But anyway, by dumping them in piles, it keeps them from getting all rowdy and hopping around. And if you noticed, when I go slow, they don't actually chase me. All gone, mama. All gone. How was it? Was it good? Was it good? So anyway, when you dump them in piles, they clearly stay a lot calmer, which you guys told me to do. And I've seen Gary do it. Gary's also feeding from behind the safety of panels, which is our next mission. I did have somebody reach out, and I appreciate you. I know your name. You emailed me. Stand behind here so it's quieter. I did have somebody reach out that actually bought a bull from Rhett at 100 Acre Highlands. My buddy Rhett, how's it going? Which is where Fred came from. Anyway, back on track. And sidetracked. What was his name? Connor. Rhett sold a bull named Connor that is now 2 years old to a subscriber who watches us and watches Rhett. And he offered to bring his bull out here for like a couple months so they could breed our heifers. Now, I don't know if our cows are pregnant or not. I'll put it this way. If they're not pregnant, they're extremely well fed because they are huge and they are round. They're clearly well fed. Them girls, man, they are round. They are round. But you know what Queen says about them girls? They make the rockin' world go round, right? We won't say that word because that's not nice, but hey man, you gotta give it to him. Freddie Mercury can sing. Tell me we got some eggs. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And you know what's funny? They're pooping in here, which tells me, yeah, they're cold. I closed this window the other day. Thank you, cowboy. And I'm gonna close. Oh, do I close? I don't know. Hang on, let me think about it. I don't think I'm gonna close that yet. But they're also molting. That's another reason that they're laying eggs. That's another reason they're not laying eggs, rather. And in case you didn't know, we order these birds, every single one of them except for Cowboy and the rooster. My dad and I ordered last year from Meyer Hatchery, and they're the exact same age. So the fact that they stopped laying eggs on the same day, and the fact that they are molting at the same exact time, tells me that it was just time for their egg production to slow down. The only ones that are older, these were hatched out a little over a year ago. Those are Magneto's offspring. It's only about a year old. But the thing with Magneto, if you don't know, we have a rooster named Magneto. We left with Grandma and Grandpa because he loves being there. Magneto does. But he's an AM Somani, and he's all black. Black tongue, black bones, black blood, all of it. But Magneto, the AM Somani by nature, that type of chicken, they don't lay very many eggs. So the 2 or 3 eggs we're getting every day or two, I think are, oh, there she goes. I think they're coming from these black ones. You guys did ask, I showed it in a video, a couple videos ago I showed this, but because I actually dumped half the bag on the ground. Feeder right here, you can see how much they're eating. This was full. So that's how much they're eating of that layer feed. Handy little tray there. And then every day I come out and dump a little bit on the ground. Actually, you can see a bunch of it. So, yeah, they're getting plenty of feed. Some of you guys said to sprinkle cayenne pepper on their feed, and that'll help. Some people said black pepper. I know the main thing is I could add a light, but until I stop seeing these feathers, I've still got all my birds, nobody died. Until I stop seeing these feathers, I'm not gonna mess with a light or anything like that, because if they're molting, it doesn't matter what you feed them. And in the past, you know, we've raised chickens for probably 2 or 3 years before YouTube. I've been on YouTube and Facebook 3 years this January. We've had chickens a long time. And I've actually never done the light trick. I usually give them a break. Instead of putting a light in there and making them lay, it's kind of nature's break when they get less sun. But I also like eating me some eggs. So what we may do, my dad's got some Rhode Island Reds. So worst case scenario, I haven't okayed this with Grandpa, but worst case scenario, we may go get some of those Rhode Island Reds and take him a couple of our cream leg bars. Because those Rhode Island Reds, man, they lay like crazy, no matter what. Morning, noon, and night. I bet this hose is still froze. Hang on. Hose is still froze, get it? Poet and didn't know it, Bruce. Poet and didn't know it. The water's moving. Yeah, it's trickling out. Leave that in there. Leave that in there. All right, hang on. Let's go feed the alpacas. We gotta get on the tractor though. What's up, lady? Woo! Man, I tell you what, if they're not pregnant, she's huge. Hang on. Hi, lady. You guys always ask. This is 3-7, that's Junebug. And if Junebug ain't pregnant, she's just eating better than everybody else. Tessie here, she could just be carrying a little bit different. She might not be as far along. Remember when we had the issue, sorry I'm yelling. Remember when we had the slight issue with the neighbor's bull when Fred was still here? Tessie would actually go to the fence and call the neighbor's bull. That's what got Fred's attention to the neighbor's bull. I would say that Tessie is not pregnant, otherwise she wouldn't care about the neighbor's bull. And Junebug never cared. So that's probably what we're dealing with here. Back to the friend of mine that's got the bull, Connor from Rhett. He offered to bring his bull here and leave him. But the thing is, as soon as we get done with the housing, like putting a roof on it, which we're gonna do today, on my next project, next several projects, but one of the top of the line, top of the list, we want to get a designated pen up there for a bull. I mean, I won't take the bull if it's not docile, but he was willing to leave it here. The thing is, we don't know if the girls are pregnant yet or not. And if they are pregnant, we don't need a bull. Then I've just got a bull that I got to feed. But anyway, there's no pressure. We'll keep you updated. Morning, girls and boy. Lady, how you doing? Woo, look out. Bruce, get out. Get in. Come on. Bruce on that seafood diet, as in seafood, eat it. I used to not care as much, but now he's so big now. I mean, that's a 60, 70 pound goat now. When he was 30, 40 pounds and he couldn't even get up in the trough, that was different, like her size. I'm gonna get him another scoop if they're all gonna do this. Bruce, Bruce. I know what you guys want, come here. They want to eat in peace and quiet without Bruce. Let's go. Hey-o. Turn around, Tina. You guys go somewhere else. Bruce, your dad wants you home before dinner. Tell him, Dom. Now I really need to get a pitchfork, but I've been turning this over with my bale spear on the front of the tractor because it's been heavy and I haven't been able to pick it up. But I've been turning this over and they're eating from it more now and they're not wasting it. And then once it gets as flat, where's the old bale? Through your guys' advice, I ran my bucket through here the other day and smoothed that out a little bit. And of course that'll help rebuild the pasture. And that's great hay. They actually fertilized and sprayed that hay we bought. Thanks, Scotty, appreciate it. And there's another one right there. What do you think, buddy? What do you think? All right. Whew. So with this hay here, they can't eat that. I smoothed it out, I flattened it out. They won't like it. It holds moisture now. But that's the idea. That's how you rebuild your pastures. Here later in the winter, we'll probably roll the bales out. This is a perfect hill to do it on. It's also a perfect hill to do it on over there. But we'll actually roll them out, help rebuild these pastures or get a good start on it. Just turning this over a little bit, you can see what they do. So this is really, really good quality hay. They love this stuff. So they'd rather have those cubes, but eating cubes is like eating ice cream, man. That's some heavy, heavy protein stuff. Like I got 20% cubes. That's what all my buddies feed. And it is good stuff, but it is like eating ice cream. It truly is. It'll make them sick if they get too many. Yep. Ain't that right, 4-1? See that bale right there? The alpacas have had that in there for quite a while. And I think I'm gonna put it in their shelter versus the straw. And I was told that's okay. It's not that hay or straw is one or worse the other. If it's covered, either one can be used. If you have no cover and you're just letting your animals sleep on it, you really want straw because hay will hold that moisture. So I guess that's the difference. If it's covered, you can use either one. But let me show you what we're gonna give the alpacas. That's what I'm talking about though, look. We gotta get them goats out of there. That's not good. It's official, we're gonna fix that. Those goats don't need that, that's not good for them. Way too much. Now it is a 12% feed. It's not like it's alpaca food. It's not sweet feed, but the goats, those two goats do not need all that. That's why Bruce looks like a 2-ton Tina. Here's another bale we've spread around. So before we put these panels up here, the donkeys, for whatever reason, we put a bale out for the donkeys and the cows, and the cows would eat it, but the donkeys wouldn't. They would come up here and chew on this stuff, which of course this wrap is basically a death sentence if they eat this hay wrap. But the donkeys got after this bale pretty good. So I think what I'm gonna do, well, that's why we put the panels up before the donkeys got hurt. But I think I'm gonna do is put this bale in there with the alpacas. Man, it's still a lot of hay. Hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's walk over here so we can hear each other. I think I'm gonna do is shake that bale a little bit that's in the alpaca structure. Get just enough to put down as bedding in the alpaca structure, because that bale's not near as far gone. I thought it was almost destroyed, but that's still a ton of hay. And I don't want to put it in that alpaca pasture because they're just going to pee and poop in it. All right, let's find a way into the alpaca pasture. Come on. Well, we might have to here. Hang on. It's been a couple minutes. Let me show you something interesting. The goats have already moved on. I guarantee because of Lady A and Tina. These are the two oldest alpacas on the farm. They're like 17 and 15 years old. We won't get rid of them. They'll always be. They'll run the goats off, whereas everybody else won't. So Bruce and the little goat, the reason they wanted some, they can't quite eat those cattle cubes, that cake. They're pretty big. So they come up here and eat this, which isn't as bad. It's only 12%. The cubes the cows get and the donkeys get are 20%. So no worries there, but the goats can't quite eat those cubes, especially the little one. Just way too big for their mouths. Anyway, hang on. We're gonna try something. Y'all are silly. You're silly. I don't understand that. I don't understand that, little lady. The grass and the hay is always greener on the other side, isn't it? I got a bale I just turned over right there. That bale's only like 2 days old. And here they are, wanting a bale that's been sitting out. That's been there for goodness. Well, that was one of our original bales that came off this pasture. That's how old that is. That's back in like July. Look at them. My goodness. They'll run that burger bro out of there. Let's get him some. Hang on. Here you go, Bubba. Woo! Dude, that ain't even good. That ain't even fresh, man. You're silly. I'm having a hard time picking this up. I can read y'all's minds. I know you, I can hear you shouting, go get the bucket. I just ran over a bone. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah. Wow. Let Adler find those next time. Wait. Is he pooping? Hang on. Let me teach you something you guys didn't know. Hang on. There's some science right here. So you know how to tell if a cow's eating well? Find their fresh droppings, right? Hey buddy, I'm about to make it really weird. I'm sorry. I'm about to make it weird. I know. Ease up, brother. Ease up. These are fresh out the box, the hot box. Woo! Hang on. Look here. All right. If you got a weak stomach, sorry. He apologizes. So here's the deal. The color of a cow's poop indicates diet, straight up. This is not green, it's leaning towards brown. Now that doesn't mean that green cow poop is bad. The color is almost more affected by their diet than anything. Like if it's a slight green, but mostly brown, that's okay. If it's a lot green, that can indicate like a bacterial thing or an intestinal issue. The color of it can also be affected by how long it's in the cow's digestive system, right? What you want to see, and this comes from my buddy Mike up at Our Wyoming Life. Howdy, bud. You guys go tell him hi. I'll link him down below. What you really want, you want it to look like consistent rings, almost like, and I'm going to use a graphical image here, okay? I mean no offense, but you don't want it to pour out of their back end, okay? Those are feedlot cows. The cows with the pasty butt, it's always looking dirty. That's a feedlot cow. That cow's getting nothing but protein and fiber and just loaded as full of stuff as you can because they're gonna eat those cows. That's all they wanna do is make them as big as possible so they weigh as much as possible at the sale, right? Even though these two steers are for consumption, for the Walker Farm fam and our family, even though they're for consumption, we don't wanna just fatten them up, okay? We don't wanna grain them out and get them super sick or anything like that. We're not trying to just make these guys behemoths. We want them to eat as much hay and natural roughage as we can. But if you'll notice, you can see here, it's not runny. A pile that as it falls from the cow, it should be about 2 or 3 inches high, okay? If it's not, that's because it's too runny and they're getting too much Well, they're getting too many sweets, like cubes. It's like me eating cookies or the boys. Okay, you guys get on to me all the time about Adler eating candy. You probably should, but hey, I married a dental assistant. Okay, so if his teeth fall out, that's on Ray, right? Love you. How cool is that? Huh? Who likes looking at poop? So that's the right consistency. It's the right color. That's because they have a lot of hay, which is very healthy for them. And they actually have hay 24/7. Like, because of the drought, we didn't have a choice. We started feeding hay pretty early. And we've got enough and more on the way that we can continue to do that, even if the donkeys eat a lot of it. What do you guys think? Huh? What's the word, herd? What's the word, herd? All right, Ray and I are still deciding. We're definitely keeping Lady A and Tina. We're definitely keeping Rosie. We're not sure if we're gonna sell Mama or Snickers. What we've noticed is they're both very, very dominant, okay? We love Snicker. We've got a white one. Sorry, Rosie. You're gonna probably sell your mom, but we're not sure, I'm ultimately gonna leave it up to Ray. I know. But hey, you gotta cut the cord sometime, right? But still thinking about it. Alan is definitely getting sold. Sorry, buddy. I got a really helpful email from somebody that raises alpacas, and they said Alan, based on his age and what happened when he got here, which is a dog attack, he may just not be dominant enough yet for these girls. We are gonna sell him. We'll get another one. I mean, we love his color, we love Alan. Here's another issue that we're having. Alan is kind of going after Rosie a little bit, and she's too young. Now, because Alan's not very dominant, legit, Rosie at 6 months old will turn around and tell him where to go quickly and emphatically. So nothing happens, nobody's in danger. Because Alan can't, with the older girls that he's able to breed, he's picking on Rosie. He's gotta go, but that's part of a boy on a farm, okay? Unless you've got a steer that you're raising for consumption, a bull's life usually is limited on your farm. Not his life in general, but a bull's role on the farm is eventually just to breed heifers or the female alpacas and then move on. That's how it is. But we've already had a long talk about it. He's okay with it. He's ready to go try his hand at some new ladies that haven't told him no 8,000 times a day. No, get over there. All right. Woo. Hang on. Yeah. That's rich. All right. Also, woo, hang on. Get that to die down in here. They'll spread this out. I'm not going to do it because they know where they want it. Plus, Alan's kind of a glamour girl, even though he's a boy, and he likes his bedding a certain way. So we'll let them come in here and spread this out. This is all dry. They can eat it if they want. If they don't bed down in here, that's okay. They can come in here and eat it. But that way this hay will stay good for a long time. What was I going to say? Oh, when I built this, remember I had to cut this right here, and it left a really sharp edge. I didn't show it. I feel bad, but I put a 2x4 here in that video. I just didn't show it till the video was over, but in the last clip of the video you can see that I put a 2x4 over the edge so they can't hurt themselves. Yeah, that right there just protects them so they don't get hurt walking by. And we didn't close this side in because this is crazy warm. That's a big 144 square feet, plenty of room. They can get out. If we close this side in, I think they'd feel a little bit like they were trapped, because believe it or not, remember we said Snicker's kind of standoffish. When they do come in here and sleep, guess where Snicker sleeps? Over there in the corner by herself. So, bless her heart, I just don't know that she was ever actually accepted. this is probably gonna give us a good little buzz, but hey, what else are you gonna do today, right? Hang on, I'm not trying to be, I ain't trying to be cool, man. Don't touch, heck no. Oh, Chad. There we go. All right, we should be able to. There we go. Oh no, it came off down there. What about down there? No, it's still good. All right, we got this. I'll fix it later, but I don't feel like getting shocked. Whew. It's more for the cows and the donkeys so they can't get in. What do you say? I figured you guys were tired of listening to that tractor. Here, let me get in here. That's incredible. It changes everything. This windbreak has been awesome. They have used it, not as much as I thought they would. Ah, don't lick the tractor. Don't do it. Nope. Woo. June, no. Uh-oh. Boy. Yeah, listen. If you ain't pregnant, ain't nobody can say you ain't eating. I mean no offense. I don't mean any... Hang on. Listen. Okay. Take it easy. You're looking pretty majestic with the wind in your hair. Smelling like fresh hay. Yep, you are. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Am I just in your house? Is that the problem? Y'all's poop looks real good. Like real good. That fell, but I knew I didn't have enough purchase on those screws to keep this up. I've actually stood it up a couple of times. Here's what I'm up against. Let me get back in the windbreak so you can hear me. Here's what she's not gonna let me be. Here's what we're up against. We want to use those panels. She ain't gonna let me be. We want to use these panels, but if they're not gonna sleep in there, I don't want to waste them. Okay, we bought 10 of these, $60 a piece. So if you use half of them, it's $300. Now we'll use them if they'll use them. We'll use them if they'll use them. I noticed the other night when it was spitting snow, they don't actually lay in it. They lay like right here where the tractor is and right over there by the bale feeder. But I can tell standing right here, the wind's out of the north-ish west. I can tell standing right here that I'm benefiting from the windbreak, despite how the microphone sounds. Yeah, here's a magic spot right here. That's crazy how a windbreak works. Slick. But I think what we're gonna do, let me get back in here while they are distracted by hay. I think what we're gonna do is just put a roof on this, because some of you guys said, hey, you could put a roof on it and throw some hay in there or some straw. They'll go in there. But I don't know that that's actually gonna happen. But if they needed something, there's no reason we can't make it for them. So we can go ahead and do that. What I'll do with the other 3 panels, instead of building a shelter somewhere else on the farm, eventually I would like one in the back pasture that Jared does, that back 10 acres. But right now there's no seed. It's a lot of dirt. And during the rainy season and the wet season, which we have coming up, I shouldn't say rainy, but the snow, winter, I really don't want a structure down there because they're not gonna be able to use it. That's gonna be soaking wet. Now we are looking at getting a seed drill and some wheat and some rye to throw back there. So we're gonna do something, but there's no point in planting while it's 20 degrees at night. Not in my experience, not from what the guys that are telling me that do this every year for a living. But this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have a high, I think Wednesday's high is 60, and at night it's 40. That's insane, because last night, or at least at 6 a.m., it was 19 degrees. We've got plenty of time to plant stuff. It always works that way. So this Wednesday and Thursday, just like I said, on Thanksgiving, it's gonna be 60 degrees. That's nuts. We took family pictures yesterday, and it was like 28 and windy. But I didn't pick the day, so what do I know? Love you, Ray. Oi, oi, if I put a roof on that, will you sleep in there? I don't know what that means. Anybody speak Highland? Anybody speak? Doesn't that hurt? Doesn't that hurt? Well, that just says it all right there. You were gonna eat hay out of that bucket. Hay that Alan peed on. What's up, buddy? See, no pasty butt. Healthy animal. Healthy animal. Oh, we know you's healthy, man. We know. You're bigger than your brother. Weren't you guys born the same day? I might have to call Gary. Make sure you're not eating too much. Because you is one big old boy, man. Let's get a good look at him. Hang on. Well, he looks taller, but he is thicker, man. Thicker than a Snicker. Hey, I like your white eyelashes. It's cute. I love the panda face. Yeah, I sure do, buddy. I sure do. Woo, there's a nostril. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Do you have time to talk about your car's extended warranty? Do you have time? Do you? It has not reached 40 degrees like they said it would by 11 a.m. It is 36 and the wind is ripping. So here's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go, I love this windbreak. I think what I'm gonna do is put a roof on this structure we've already built. See how long it takes somebody to use it. Now we have no precipitation in the forecast until Monday after Thanksgiving. That doesn't mean something can't pop up, but this is also not the season for that, okay? I know it's gonna go to like 55 and 60 degrees on Thursday, but that's not the highs and lows we usually experience in the spring with storms popping up out of nowhere, okay? But I think I'm gonna get a roof on this, or at least see how much metal I've got. Then we'll check back with you guys. So, y'all sit tight, we'll be right back. Hey. Woo! Hey. Take a look. It's done. Check it out. What do you mean it's not level? It's not level because I didn't use a level and I didn't use a tape measure on the whole doggone thing. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know. Just keep growing. All right. I'm pretty pleased with this, man. I'm pretty pleased. Here, let's go in where the wind's not blowing. Oh, man, that's so nice. This is awesome. Oh, yeah. All right, I changed my mind. I wasn't sure that I was going to build more of these, but I think I like them so much. I'm going to redo what the alpacas have with this kind of stuff, because these panels allow wind to get through, and that's one thing that I think keeps the alpacas from going in there. I think it might be too airtight. I mean, if you go back to guys building barns 70 or 80 years, this is what people were using. I mean, barns, this is barnwood. All you hobbyists and people on Etsy are building stuff out of. They were using this board and batten style where they were just, you know, milling logs in the woods from trees and then just stacking them up beside each other. But this is awesome. It's treated. This will last a long time. It's extremely sturdy. Oh yeah, and it's not even cemented down. And what's nice is it's still light enough. And you guys that have ever pulled something with a tractor or moved a shed or something like that, you'll understand what I mean here. This is so light that all I'd have to do is get that up off the ground about, maybe an inch or two and slide a runner underneath there. And I bet you, I'm not even gonna bet you, I know I can. I can pull this thing all over this farm. I can move it anywhere I want. I like it. I'm not gonna, I know. You just got used to it. Take it easy. Oh man, how cool is that? Whew. That's nice. And look, yes, the roof is screwed down, but I didn't even use grommets. I just wanted to, the only screws with grommets that I have a tan head on them, and I can't do it. I cannot put a grommet on this that's a different color than the roof. I can't do it. So there's just a bunch of ceramic screws up there, which are the same doggone screws. They just don't have a rubber grommet on them, but a lot of guys use them, and then they just put a little dollop of, well, I guess a dollop's pretty big, but a little spot of silicone on it. But we're not trying to keep this watertight. You think you could have a calf in here? Huh? What about you, Big? Did you bring that over here? Where did that come from? It's windy, but it ain't that windy. Did you bring that? Yeah, this is right at 6 feet tall. I'm a little bit taller than that, but it's plenty for the cows and the donkeys. There's a little bit of pitch to it. Not much. Well, that's weird. I didn't build this, but man, those, no doubt those came from the same tree. That's pretty slick. Let's get a look at the back here. Oh yeah. Disregard that. I was gonna try and go ahead and stick it underneath there, but I'm not moving this one. This is great. It's right in the middle of the pasture. It doesn't limit our views when we build a house. I like it. So for now, that board's just laying there. We'll move the trailer later, over there somewhere, build another one. But yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. I guarantee you'll start seeing these pop up on other homesteads and farms and ranches. I mean, this is silly easy. The cheapest carport that I found. Now, nothing against carports, okay? My buddy Gary's got one. But the cheapest carport I found, I can't think without my hat. The cheapest carport I found it was like $3,000, and they were like 5 or 6 weeks out. Now, I think that'll go down as metal goes down and things level out, but we didn't have time to wait. Remember, each panel is $60, $62, depending on where you live, your taxes, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $240. I've got 1, 2. I've only got two 2x16s, 2x6x16s. Well, let's call it 3, because in case, if I could redo it, I'd go ahead and put another runner down on this side, but I didn't need it because they're screwed together and held together. But I think a 2x6x16, don't quote me on it, but I want to say they're like $20. So that's $60. So that's $240 plus 60, $300. I can do the math, Bruce. I can do it. I don't need help. I can do it. Well, I tried to get a cool picture of Bruce in here for the thumbnail, but he wouldn't stand still. He's such a self-indulgent goat. He really, you know, he's named after Bruce Wayne, and sometimes he acts like it. Like he legit thinks he's like Batman. Whatever. All right, where were we? 2x6x16. That's the other half of it. So 1, 2, 3, because of the header. Oh yeah, now he's coming back. I'd put another one over there, so there's 3. So there's $300. That's where we're at right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4x4 by 8 posts. That's pretty stinking cool. Now I got a 2x4 up there. I don't know what those 4x4s are. I need to look them up. Well, let's call them $20 just to be friendly. That's $360 for this build. Now, if you have to buy screws, which I did not, I got screws there. I got more right there. So there's no reason for me to buy screws, but let's say you had to. You're talking less than $400 for this. Now there's the metal, okay? I get it. We had free metal, saved us a bundle, but you don't have to use metal. You could always use a tarp and it'll work just the same. A few of you guys on Facebook and YouTube had a great idea. What we did last year actually. Let me show you because it's windy, hang on. See that right there? See how those panels are arced and then we drug a tarp over it? My dad and I did that last year over at his and grandma's place, and it worked great. And some of you guys mentioned that we could have taken a cattle panel, a 16-foot cattle panel, because that's what this is. It's 8 by 16 long by 6 feet high. could have just put a cattle panel up there and that probably would have supported, well, you'd need 2 or 3 of them, but you know what I mean, the length of it. That would have supported a tarp and kept the water running off. So it's crazy. Can you guys hear that? Well, the wind is howling, but you can hear me. That's what's awesome about this thing. Nothing wrong with tarps. So let's just say, easy number, this is $400. That's not bad at all. Now, how do you get the pitch in it? How do you keep the rain running off? Well, if you notice what I did in my corners, believe it or not, it is about 1.5 inches higher here than it is down there. Most of the guttering on your guys' houses, on anybody's house, on anybody's building, I don't care how long the run is, there's only maybe a 1/2 inch difference from where the water starts at the high point and goes to the low point. Water just needs a slight incline to keep moving. You can do what I did and just give yourself like, you know, an extra 1/2 inch in the front than the back. Or what you could do is just raise it up a little bit and stick a rock underneath the front of it. That's it. And then you'd have plenty of rise versus run. Rise over run? No, that's a math equation. Woo! But how cool is that? I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, listen. I'm gonna be watching that camera tonight. Somebody better use this thing. Somebody better use it. Or I'm not gonna be happy. Bruce? I'm gonna be happy. Oh, by the way, get out of there. Golly. By the way, listen, my buddy Joseph from Aeroquip called, and he's sending us a new hay feeder. Y'all aren't gonna be able to make this big old mess. Yep, you're not gonna be able to do it anymore. Sorry. Bruce, you're not gonna be able to get in it. You're not gonna be able to eat and drop everything below you like the toddler. It's all gonna change. Uh-oh. Did you guys see that? Listen, 518, I love you, buddy. I think you got a real pretty face. Well, she will tear you up, man. I would not assert dominance on that one. She will light you up. I'm yeah, a little early to be shish kebab. You still got a lot of life left. Sorry, man. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. I got to back my girl. I'm sorry. What are you guys looking at? I always talk to myself. All right, so for my next trick, I think what we'll do, like I said, these are only 6 feet high. And like I explained, this is 6 feet high. See this bar, whoop, right there, it's hard to do backwards. That's a ROPS, R-O-P-S, rollover protection system on your tractor. If you don't wear your seatbelt, it's kind of pointless. But that's a whole different OSHA violation. And we're in the country where OSHA doesn't have jurisdiction. I think what I'm gonna do is get enough to make 2 more of these. Like I've got, I mean, here's what, hang on. I'm gonna build another one for the animals. So that way there's 2 of them out here, okay? But I think I'm gonna go get enough to do 2 more. It'll be a small barn and it won't be airtight. I shouldn't call it a barn. I should call it like, I don't know, maybe a tractor shed or tractor hut. But what I'm gonna do is get 2 more of these. I think this is not gonna happen in the next week. We'll see. I need to brainstorm. I need to talk to Ray, see what she wants to do. I think what I'm gonna do is build 2 more of these and sit them apart just a little bit, the width of the tractor a little bit. So that'd be 8 feet and then 12 feet for the tractor and then another 8 feet. So what is that? Carry the 9, subtract the 1, 28 feet wide. But I think I'm gonna put one right here. We gotta go out there, hang on. That ROPS is 8 feet tall. I wanna put a hood on it and some overhead lights. So I won't ever be able to park in there. Now if I folded that down, it might fit. But I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build one like this, give it a little bit more pitch. I'm gonna build another one right here, give it a little bit more pitch going this way. And then right here in the middle, I'm gonna build it higher so that old buddy fits in it. How's that sound? Huh? Boy, she really got to him. He tried to assert his dominance by climbing up over the top of her, and she was like, hey, I'm happy y'all like this hay, because I know there is no grass, and that's really frustrating. But we got so much of this, it ain't even funny. We are so good on hay. Okay? You guys eat all you want. You want to come back over here? I'll protect you. I'll watch your back. Y'all that grew up on a farm, can you smell that hay? It smells so good. I like the smell, lady. Alrighty. I think that's it for today. I can't get over how pleased I am with this. Yep, I'm kind of patting myself on the back. Oh, hey, here's proof that it was leftover metal. That's not new stuff. I love using what I got. Love using what I got. Definitely didn't want to buy anything too new. That's why I bought a, not why I bought a used tractor. I'm stinking pleased. This is nice. I could sleep out here. I'm not gonna lie. I could sleep in a cardboard box though out here. I'm having so much stinking fun. All right, with that said, I gotta get this video out because it's actually 3:15 on Saturday, the day you guys are seeing this, or 3:15 on Saturday, the day before you see this, if you're watching on Facebook, at 7:30 in the morning. But anyway, I sincerely appreciate you guys being here. Y'all are awesome. We're taking it one day at a time, like my brother and sister-in-law say, and we're just being us, all right? By the way, my dad and brother and sister-in-law, or I should say my dad and mom, have a channel, always linked down below. And then my brother and sister-in-law have a channel, always linked down below. You guys should always go check them out, see other cool stuff. But we're all just learning. We're all just taking this in and we're having a great time, and I dig it. I don't want to be doing anything else. We are so blessed and so grateful that each and every single one of you are here. I got to sign off. I'm going to keep rambling. Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. We'll see you in the next shelter. Deuces.